Good day, peoples. Welcome back to our next class. Our subject is science, and our topic is weather. Under this, we are going to be looking at the definition of weather, the elements of weather, and instruments for measuring the elements of weather. Peoples, can we go close to the window? What is the weather for today? Is it sunny? Is it raining or is it cloudy? It is sunny. Weather is defined as the condition of the atmosphere of a particular place at a given period of time. Weather is defined as the condition of the atmosphere of a particular place at a given period of time. It's simply seen as the degree at which a place is hot or cold, wet or dry, clear or cloudy, and calm or stormy. People's weather is all around us, all the time. It is an important part of our lives, and one that we cannot control. Instead, the weather controls how and where we live, what we do, what we wear, and what we eat. Weather is defined as the condition of the atmosphere of a particular place at a given period of time. Weather condition makes it possible for us to see, feel, and dictate each time the changes occur. For example, if it is cloudy, like Grace George will always say, "Miss Naomi, the cloud is thick. It seems it will rain heavily." She has said what the weather condition is for that day, knowing that the cloud is thick, and it tells if it will rain or not. Hence, weather is not the same as climate. Climate is a condition of the atmosphere at a particular place for a long period of time. You can see the difference. Weather is for a short period of time, while climate is for a long period of time. Climate can take up to 30 years, it can take up to 50 years, it can also take up to 20 years. The scientific study of weather is called meteorology. The scientific study of weather is called meteorology. And people that study and predict weather, we often see these people on the television. After the news, you will hear weather forecast. So those people that study and predict weather are called meteorologists. They are called meteorologists. Elements of weather. Elements of weather. The common elements of weather include precipitation, temperature, humidity, cloudiness, atmospheric pressure, and wind. I repeat, the common elements of weather include precipitation, temperature, humidity, cloudiness, atmospheric pressure, and wind. We are going to explain in details the elements of weather. 1. Temperature. Temperature is one of the basic elements of weather. It measures the degree of hotness or coldness of a place from day to day. It tells how warm or cold it is outside. Like if it is sunny, one can tell if the weather is hot or cold. It influences other elements of the weather, such as wind, humidity, clouds, atmospheric pressure. The temperature influences these elements of weather. Humidity, the second element of weather. Humidity. Humidity is one of the elements of weather. It is simply the amount of water vapor in the air or in the lower atmosphere. It is simply the amount of water vapor in the air or in the lower atmosphere. The humidity is an element of weather that can influence the day by making it feel hotter. It can be used to predict a coming storm. Wind. Wind is the air in motion that moves from areas of high air pressure to those of low air pressure. Wind, the movement of air is called wind, or the moving air is called wind. The wind can be hot or cold. Yes. Wind occurs due to the rising hot air or sinking cold air. It can be hot or cold. Cloudiness. Cloudiness. Cloudiness is simply the state of clouds in the atmosphere at a given time over an area. Like I earlier said, Grace George will always say once she sees the environment, she will say, "Miss Naomi, the cloud is thick. I think it will rain heavily." And looking at the weather condition for the day, it seems it will rain heavily. Now she has told the weather condition for that day, saying it is what? Cloudy. Different types of cloud means different weather condition. For instance, the lighter cloud shows little or no rain, while dark heavy cloud shows there will be a heavy rain or thunderstorm. Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is the weight of the air in the atmosphere. It is the weight of the air in the atmosphere. It is the pressure put in use by the atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure. The weight of the air in the atmosphere. The last one, precipitation. Everybody say it. Precipitation. Precipitation is a water droplet form of clouds which becomes heavy and fall from the sky in the form of rain. Precipitation is a form of water in the atmosphere that falls on the earth. The forms of precipitation can be rain, snow, fog, mist, hail, sleet, and drizzle. As an element of weather, precipitation determines outdoor activities. It determines outdoor activities if it can be possible or it can easily be dictated by observing the signs in the sky. Yes, precipitation determines outdoor activities. It determines outdoor activities. If it is raining that day, you can't go out and play. If the weather is too hot, you also can't go out and play as a kid. So precipitation determines the outdoor activities. Peoples, like we earlier said, we have talked about the definition of weather, which weather is defined as the condition of the atmosphere of a particular place at a given period of time. We also looked at the elements of weather. The elements of weather, which include temperature, humidity, cloudiness, wind, precipitation, and atmospheric pressure. In our next class, we'll be looking at instruments for measuring elements of weather. Instruments for measuring the elements of weather. Go through your notes. Any question you have or what you don't understand, write it in a piece of paper and send it to the Google Classroom. I will respond to all your questions as soon as possible. Please copy your notes very well. See you in our next class. Thank you.